Ruffin Pratt, Christy Tolliver, the rookie Ariel Atkins, Elena Deladon, and Latoya Sanders. And for the Connecticut Sun, Jasmine Thomas at the point, Courtney Williams at the two guard, Alyssa Thomas, Chene Ogwumike, and Shakina Strickland tossed it in the air, and we are ready to go on a Tuesday night from the Mohegan. And after a few deflections and a little bit of a 78 was the final that night. They had lost 4 of their previous 5 before that win over New York. Deladon banks home. The fake from Deladon inside the paint.
Ball screen there, but the tough part about Deladon is her high release point. Everyone will discuss that. It's not just about her height.
Bounding guard in the league brings it into the front court and goes right down the lane. And off of the three-point miss, here is Williams. This time pushes it up, and she has right in the circle. Tolliver, contact. Alyssa Thomas, part of the dynamic twosome is that player.
But there you see again.
The Sun set it up with Jasmine Thomas. Open for a 3, and she hits it. Strike is for Thomas. And has a shot blocked underneath by Sanders. Then the dish inside. Another block. Ahead. Fires. Hits.
Tolliver has trademarked. She is so good at reading her defender.
Deladon on the give and go. Ruffin Pratt.
The amount of attempts and looks that you can have at the basket, but a turnover like that, an unforced one, are the tough ones to handle.
The bounce for Thomas. Drives hard, scoops it up, and 4 to go in this opening quarter. And the Mystics lead the Sun by 4. It's a hot start. Tolliver off of the head fake, the scoop beautifully.
She pushes the tempo for this team, and when the offense is really clicking, a big reason is
playing from behind here and turning it over as Rachel Banham into the game, gave it away, and then the Sun took it right back. In that last timeout, we'll pick them up as we move along. Deladon stays in the game, looking for a 12th point. And Sun time down the floor, brings it up the floor for Washington. Deladon turns, shoots, and hitting already in this game. Jonquel Jones, nice catch in the post. Started out there by Jones. Walker Kimbrough, Banham on her. Deladon sets the screen and taking it
quickly realized she had a step.
Charging on this one.
That occurred here on their home floor.
Deladon, second chance late here in the first quarter. Clarendon threads the needle, and John Hawkins. Here's Curry off of the fake. Fires, and the veteran
off against Laney to create a little bit of space.
Jonquel Jones swishes.
Need to try and take advantage.
The Hawkins shot attempt got away from her. She goes down hard. The Sun have numbers if they hurry. Laney for cutting Jones. Lays it in.
Keeping it high and taking advantage.
Foul on the floor, so the inbounds for the Sun, and Morgan. Jones thought about it. Wheeling on Sanders. Tough shot by the Sun with the ball. Connecticut running, Clarendon bouncing, and Tuck delivering.
Just stick to the game plan and they'll be good. Bob?
All right, thanks, Rob. And as Elena Deladon. Extra pass for Tuck, and she hit McKay. Thomas driving hard on Ruffin Pratt. Reverse layup. Beautiful. Her leading to another possession for the Sun, leading by 5. Thomas now has back to... Going to have a playoff feel to it.
Both of these teams understand just how critical it is.
For the foul line, Ruffin Pratt. Sanders, good offensive rebounder. That time the Sun love to push. Here's Courtney Williams faking, passing. Ogwumike. Sanders the catch. They drape her, so they pass it to the other.
And acclimate herself better to what Kurt Miller is looking for, how she can contribute, and offensively, she's been a big boost.
2 to shoot. Alyssa Thomas spins, has it knocked away. Not necessarily safe. Sanders hits the baseline. It was not a fun night for the Sun. They lost the game. They lost Alyssa Thomas in that game as Courtney Williams soars in back for Tolliver. They pick her up. Stripped away by Alyssa Thomas. Goes coast to coast and lays it in.
Well, watch where her left arm is, and her hand-eye coordination is so quick, but Christy Tolliver almost just tosses it right at her. in
Alyssa Thomas puts the Sun up by 12.
By those two initially.
3-on-1 for the Sun. Williams pulls up and rough and Pratt for Atkins. Well,
Three-point shot. She'll take a pull-up. She'll attack.
Mystics trying to come back. Tolliver looping it for Atkins, showing off her at home game. Another home game. Part of a 3-game homestand against the Liberty as Thomas field.
But it's those rolls and those cuts right up the gut of the lane, Bob, that have worked.
9-point Sun advantage. Williams takes the three and swishes it home. Williams having a good quarter. 7 points in this quarter. That's a tough shot.
Contact, and the tough thing with Atkins, now that she's seen a couple shots go through, she's feeling better.
How about
of communicating, relaying to the players exactly what he wants to get out of them. In Layup Deladon
driving hard. Oh, missed off the direction or the misdirection. She missed the second attempt, got it back, gives it side for Jones, laid it in.
Hard after it to get another possession.
Sun running again. Thomas three is good. Jones, Alyssa Thomas as we wind it down here third quarter. Morgan Tuck driving.
Facing up, she's working in short spaces. The way in which this Sun team is playing with such passion. A great block there by Jonquel Jones.
This is a huge game for the Sun, and they have the big lead here late third quarter. Jones, the three is good.
Self open, moving without the basketball, setting these big old screens like she just did for Courtney Williams right there.
And right on cue.
And the 9-point lead by the Mystics, but they felt like they had things rolling. At both ends.
That was the rookie out of Louisville, Maisha Hines-Allen, who hit that last long jumper. That's a soaring layup attempt, missed by Tuck.
Followed, but I am so impressed with Morgan Tuck tonight and how she has been attack-minded.
Scoring tonight for the Sun. Courtney Williams has a double-double. Jonquel Jones now has 21 points.
On point, and that is not always easy to do. And that's what's changed the game for them, the defense.
Against the Mystics in a loss. Tiana Hawkins sneak. The Mystics know about her. They know about Jones. Defended there, got rid of it for Alyssa, who pushes it up.
Get yourself ready to play in this manner for the remainder of the season.
Williams. Sun are shooting 60% on the night as Hawkins push.
And that's the athleticism of this group and of players like Jonquel Jones and Courtney Williams.
That drops through. 35 to go. There's the shot of the night.
Continue to show what they can do on the floor and get into a rhythm.
Well, Tuck.
Shots from threes when she has them. She's also putting the ball on the deck.
On the back of the jersey and wondering, wait a minute, where did she come from? This is Ariel Power's second shot as a member of the Mystics. And that's Rachel Banham. Maisha Clarence.
Off of ball screens. She has been so impressive in the way in which she can facilitate.
92-68, the Sun lead it. Brianna Jones gets into the act. What a win tonight for the Sun. They're getting a standing ovation from the crowd inside the Mohegan. A resounding victory for Connecticut to hit the All-Star break as they beat Washington in a blowout, 94-68.